haters. There's a lot of people I see, y'all are wrong. Y'all be in the comment section like, I hope they keep her. She deserves to be kept. That girl got a baby. You may have felt that way prior to her getting pregnant, but right now she needs to get back to Junior and do what she needs to do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really there that's stable enough to take care of Junior or probably even financially but her. She needs to take care of her obligations also with her motherhood. So Mark and Jay came out with the same outfit on, thinking that they were going to beat her up. I highly doubt it. Oklahoma is making her way. She's still doing the one day that counts as two. She's still doing the one day that counts as two. Well, she should be out then soon. Cause no, she's not, because she's only doing the one day that counts as two in California. Don't get that mixed up with Oklahoma now, Rosen. Cause see, when you just said that mixed me up. Now if you're saying that Oklahoma is doing the one day that counts for two, I didn't hear nothing about that. Unless y'all heard that on that paralegal channel. That's she wasn't taken care of. Well, yeah, we all know she wasn't taken care of. And when I was bringing it up prior to her getting arrested, people was getting pissed off that I was bringing it up, saying that all I want to see her do is clear up her legal obligations. It don't look right when you get arrested and you got warrants and they take you in, because it's like it's showing disrespect to the courts. The courts look at it like, if you didn't get arrested, when were you going to turn yourself in? More than likely, you wouldn't have. So, Oklahoma might not come and extradite her, but they're making her sit purposely. And then when California, by their laws, say we can only hold her up to 30 or 45 days or whatever, how many days it is by law in California to hold someone that now doesn't owe them time in California. So they can't just hold her there just because Oklahoma doesn't want to come get her or they're dragging their feet. However, Oklahoma has up until a certain time to come get her. So whether it's 30 days or 45 days, if they don't come get her by that time, she's going to be released. Now, if it's this big thing that Oklahoma wants this to be cleared up, the responsible thing for them to do is to come get her. And also, they could be making her purposely wait and then giving her, like they all do in any state, they give you what? Within 24 hours of your release from any jail or prison, you're supposed to report to your probation. Who knows? They could be being jerks and make her fly out to Oklahoma to stand before the judge after that. They could do a lot of things to Chrisean Rock, because Chrisean Rock was not in compliance and she was talking trash about the DA and the lawyer. And the judge. Look at the court documents. It says, no, I'm talking about the baby. Well, I'm talking about Chrisean Rock. Look at the is dual. Yeah, I'm not talking about the baby. We're not up here talking about the baby. We're not going to get into talking about that, because every time we get into talking about that, then people get flared up, and I don't blame them for getting flared up, because we shouldn't be talking about the baby. All I said as far as the baby was she needs to be home with her child so that she can take care of her baby. That's as far as that conversation is going to go about Chrisean and the baby. We're not going to sit up here and talk about an innocent child. That's all we need to that we need to acknowledge, is that she needs to be out so she can take care of her child. Her baby's father is too busy picking up cases while in jail to be a father, or to try to go get custody of his son and take care of his son. Says, yes, please go look at the court documents. Hey, Rosen, I'm not looking at no court documents. And Rosen, you already know my stance on why I say that. I don't have time. When she gets out, she gets out. I'm just reminding what people are out here saying that allegedly supposed to happen. And hot tea, hot chocolate, shout out to her. She's been updating us every couple of days, and this is allegedly from her notes. Now she's supposed to be best buddies with Chrisean Rock, so she would know more than what I know. Jerk, she's got a slap on the wrist and a pass. She gave them the finger after that. They are not acting like jerks. Oh God, here we go. She is not the only mother in jail, and she didn't think of her son when he was. No, I wasn't trying to talk bad about the baby. No, I didn't say you was. I didn't say you was, sis. I didn't think you was talking about. I just said I don't want to talk like say too much. Not even saying junior. You feel what I'm saying, sis? Because then people will try to run with the narrative that we were all collectively up here talking about that poor little baby. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't. That's why I said I don't want to talk about, because you know how people start getting all dramatic. Not that I care, because at the end of the day, I've been your age. You ain't never been mine. So I could care less, if a person was to get pissed off because I was talking about anything about Chrisean and her son. Because I would never be saying anything dragging a child in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But you know how people like to take stuff and run with it. So that's why I just said we're gonna tread lightly with that. But no, yeah, you're right, Saint Hudson. There's plenty of women that commit crimes and they have kids that they all of them need to be out taking care of their children. It's not the system's problem to take care of Chrisean's child, and it's not any family members or friends problem to have to take care of Chrisean's child neither, or any other woman that we don't know of for that matter that's in jail because they want to act out. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the bottom line, you know. But things happen in life. And like I said, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and just drag Chrisean, his father's, her not doing the right thing, which we already know. I've been one of the first to admit, and people were pissed at me, and I don't care, but I'm saying people were pissed at me because I was making it clear that she should have been cleared up her legal obligations. And when I was making that clear, people were talking about foolishness, things that didn't hold up to nothing and ain't gonna make no changes in the world. Like stupid stuff like, oh, Chrisean Rock and Blueface are married, while I'm talking about how she should go clear up her legal obligations because she's gonna get somebody that's gonna wake up on the wrong side of the bed, and they're gonna have a bad day, and somebody gonna end up setting her up, and then she gonna go to jail. And what happens? And it probably was that judge that Chrisean Rock was allegedly acting like she was so cool with, that wanted to set an example and prove to the public that she's not cool with Chrisean Rock, and she's aware that she's a fugitive going to see about her baby's father, which is a crash dummy move. And I believe that judge had had made arrangements for LAPD to come and escort her into the courts and arrest her, take her into custody. And that's why she's in custody now. Going to see about Blueface instead of going to see about her own legal obligations. I said, I never ever drag her. You never kick someone when they, exactly. I don't believe in that. That's an old saying, and I love that saying. If you're looking down on me, you better be picking me up. That's how I look at it. You know, I just wish she would have listened. I just wish she wouldn't have let these people that are putting batteries in her back and trying to cause or to see a train wreck happen. See, that's why they don't like me, because, and I'm just saying, who knows who it is that don't like me? I don't care. But I'm just saying they don't, because they know that I'm telling Chrisean something that's for her own good. And people are like, be quiet, because they don't want me to be saying this, because they want to see something happen. That's the excitement of it all. Not realizing at the end of the day, this is somebody's life we're talking about. So, this isn't entertainment. but I will hold you accountable. She is a big influencer, and other young women need to understand it's not cool to be like her, respectfully. Yeah, I get it. And I feel the same way too, because I don't understand. I don't see how a lot of people haven't saw how I kind of switched up a little bit. I was getting a little fed up with Chrisean Rock, and the reason for that was because I was tired of trying to support and defend someone who wasn't doing that for themselves. And I started seeing a lot of things that were dishonest in Chrisean Rock. I started seeing her trying to clean up stuff that she was initially not telling the truth about. She wasn't obligated to tell the truth, but because you put some of these businesses of yours out there, you are obligated to clean it up because these are your supporters. So I started to really say, you know what? I'm not giving Chrisean a pass. I give her a pass to a certain extent, but I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. So I hope when she gets out, because she'll be out, she will definitely be out by the end of this month, in the beginning, probably the first week of August. Not, and I don't mean the first 7 days, the first couple of days, 1, 2, 3. If she has to wait up until 45 days, she'll be out about around the 3rd of August or the end of this month, whatever, how we might be off a couple of days, who knows? And it might be the end of the month, 45 days. I don't know. But when she gets out, she needs to do the right thing. I wouldn't want none of my kids to look up to her neither. And I'm quite sure a lot of people that support her wouldn't want their kids looking up to her neither, even though they'll tell you something different. I don't think anyone that supports her would want their kids looking up to Chrisean Rock or Blueface. I know I wouldn't want my son looking up to no Blueface. Please. Shoot, that ain't no role model. She ain't no role model. If anything, she'll show you how to crash. Please. And like I said, you can support somebody, but you gotta always hold them accountable. And I feel as though I have held Chrisean Rock accountable every time she drops the ball, or when there were things that she was doing that could have been avoided. Just like when she should have been clearing up her warrant. I even said to everyone, I felt as though Blueface probably was not even pushing that girl. If he made her stay in that house and do what he said the whole time he's been locked up, if he would have put that much aggression and was that stern with her about clearing up her legal obligations, it would have been done. That's just my opinion. I think that Blueface was more concerned about her taking care of him financially in jail, plus paying that every 2 months 15,000 towards whatever that project he got, trying to reopen that seafood restaurant or whatever it is that they allegedly are trying to get up off the ground. She would have been clearing that stuff up. Blueface was thinking about Blueface, and Chrisean Rock was riding the wave. And this is why Chrisean Rock's in jail now. She's not a victim. She's not someone that I'm feeling bad for. She's not someone that I'm taking up for. I'm just trying to say she needs to stop all this foolishness and get herself right. She needs to sit for a minute. She was not paying none of his bills with what money? So, well, if she put it like this, Saint Hudson, you said she wasn't paying none of his bills. I guess you know it because you know her personally. I don't know her personally, and I know you don't know her personally. Whatever bills she said she paying, who is she hurting, Saint Hudson, if she lied to the world? Because she didn't just lie to me. I didn't wasn't the only one that just heard her say she paid every 2 weeks $15,000 for a business that was under construction, which I thought I assumed was the restaurant. She lied to everybody. She's even lying to herself. So she's not really lying to just me. She's lying to everybody, including herself. So I don't think I'm gonna lose any sleep if Chrisean lied about paying 15,000 every 2 weeks to Blueface's bills. That long, she's not paying 15,000 to my bills. She now is paying for what she's done. Hopefully, this is a lesson learned, and she makes better decisions and can come out exactly. I just got him out of high school. Yeah, so like I said, she ain't just lied to me. She lied to you. She lied to everybody. Now, whether we believe it or not, I ain't told you one way or another, whether it's true or not. And if it ain't true, um, she really looking like a fool by herself because number one, I wouldn't want to lie. That ain't nothing to lie about. And if you are lying about that, why would you want to lie that you're taking care of a man to that extent? A man that disrespects you on the regular, a man that I know that you're not going to grow old with and be happy with because nothing has changed while he's been locked up with Blueface. So what's going to change when he gets out? It says don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Right. And it's easy to get in trouble and it's hard to get out. It was all a lie. So if it was all a lie, then who's she lying to? Us or herself? No, she's not lying to us. She's lying to herself then. Because at the end of the day, how does that affect you, Chrisean Rock, lying about anything that she said prior to her getting locked up? She's not hurting you or me. That's hurting herself. That's making herself look bad. That's hurting her own career. That's hurting her own bag. That's not affecting my bag, your bag. That's not affecting my rent, my roof over my head, or the bills that I have to pay. She believes her own lies. And that's another thing that's funny you brought that up. We go, it's too much flip-flopping. And I'm not talking about what you Stewart. I'm talking about just in general, because it was one point of time for a few months, it was like Chrisean couldn't do no wrong. And then when she first went to jail, it seemed like everybody, started missing her all of a sudden and she couldn't do no wrong. But now we're back on prior to her missing in action at the end of 2023. Come to find out, she was laying up with Blueface and not somewhere woo-saring. She was on the low with Blueface. We're thinking she was doing something great, being a mother, staying away from the toxicity, staying away from Blueface. Come to find out, the reason why she was quiet was because she was with Blueface. That's why she walked into court with Blueface when he surrendered himself. She didn't think about her supporters or anybody like that at that time when she went and made amends back with Blueface. She brought in the Christmas and the New Year's with him. And when he had to surrender himself in January, she was right there by his side when he went and surrendered himself. I take this as entertainment with a mixture of real life. Is that me too? That's why you can't take it too serious. But you have to understand there's people in the world that take soap operas serious. So, if you're taking a One Life to Live in as a world turn and you got a favorite character and this is all a storyline that's made up by writers, then how do you expect people who reacting to this real reality? How do you expect them to behave or act when this is the real harsh reality of people sharing their life on social media? Some things I don't agree they should be sharing. It like Chrisean bringing up about her having warrants. That's what got her where she's at also. Not only just by her going into a courthouse with warrants and being a fugitive, but her running her mouth about, her having the warrants. We have to pick and choose our battles. She lies to pull on the heartstrings of the community. She behaves just like her mom. Her sister and all her friends, birds of a feather flock together. That's right. But she called us broke. Well, she says it all the time. That that's when I always say that's when that youngin come out in her, cause only a youngin. Cause what is rich? And I doubt it very much that I would consider if I did know how much Chrisean Rock had, that being considered rich. She might be doing a little bit better than the average bear, but I don't think she's rich. She's probably rich in the sense she got more money than the average middle class person. But I don't think she's Jada Pickett or Beyonce rich. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that she's asking for nothing either. You got to understand this is a young girl who did not have guidance. And, I mean, look at her mother. Her mother's still active, father's still active. She's supposed to be the matriarch of the family. You never hear the mother trying to bring the family back together, trying to get order in the family, trying to tell her daughters stop doing what they're doing. She's too busy, in my opinion, getting high in the street. I'm honestly not worried about Chrisean. I'm worried about our young community. She's in. I can't get jiggy with that. It says all her lawyers quit. I know it. Well, that's because I'm gonna tell you why they quit, Patricia. They quit because she already plead out. There's no reason for them to have to represent her. So usually when people plea out, it's almost like you're saying you did the crime. So it lessens whatever time they're gonna give you, whatever the consequences of your actions are. It lessens everything. Like, I don't know whether it's jail sentence or more probation time or stricter probation restrictions and policies that they set forth to add on to the probation, or a longer probation time. She might have 3 years, it might be 4 or 5 years now added on to the end of the probation that she's already doing, that's been reinstated. It could be a whole bunch of factors into that. But the reason why the lawyer left the case was because of the fact that she plead out to it. There's no reason to take it to trial. She wasn't fulfilling her legal obligations. There's nothing to take the why would you take that to trial? Why wouldn't you plea out? You know you wasn't fulfilling your legal obligations. When was the last time we heard of her in Oklahoma saying she's going to you know, uh, take care of her probation issues? We haven't. That's how she ended up in jail. So, it is what it is and stuff. She's got to want to do the right thing for herself. She doesn't want to do the right thing for it. There's no pity party over here. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear. And if you don't like what I say, um, you know, then that's too bad, because I'm not gonna put a battery in your back just because I support you, and everything you do that's wrong, I'm gonna make it right. No, we're not gonna do that over here. Not on this channel. It happens enough on other channels. So we're not gonna put a battery in her back over here and stuff. We already have enough batteries being put in her back. People pacifying what she's doing, and that's why she's not making all the wonderful decisions that she should be making. She's making stupid ones. If Carlissa can get dragged, Rock's mother ain't exempt. Well, I drag Rock's mother all the time, and I respectfully do it, because I feel as though she is selfish. You had 12 kids that you couldn't take care of none of them, and this is how things end up. See, right, there are plenty of functional crackheads who kids act like right. Okay, but they drew up paperwork to leave because a non-payment. Well, I'll tell you one thing. She's in jail now. I'm quite sure that she doesn't want to be in this situation again, but only time will tell. because we all know there's this guy named Blueface, and once he gets out and he starts triggering her, things can just go back downhill. Because I really feel like Blueface is jealous and envious of Chrisean Rock, and I think that he's looking out to sabotage her. And getting off the subject of just Chrisean alone, have you guys noticed that Melf Music is Blueface's brand? Not, I don't care if it's in Jaidyn Alexis's name, so that nobody takes his money. That is Blueface's establishment. He's working Jaidyn Alexis to make money, and one of his artists are Chrisean Rock, but she's not formally signed. And I was saying this a while ago, that when people do handshakes or just verbal agreements, you walk away with nothing. And I really think that that's what Blueface is trying to do to Chrisean Rock. He wants to, when they do break up, and this is for good, I'm saying, he wants her to walk away with nothing. And she needs to realize that. Okay, but okay, that's something different. Absolutely. I love your show. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you, sis. You let us speak and don't just be blocking people. That's what makes you. Thank you so much. Yeah, because we can agree to disagree. Only time I block somebody is if they're being disrespectful. That's the only time I block somebody. If you're just like up here trying to plant seeds and just run like a renegade all through my comment section, disrespecting me like this ain't my platform, then you gotta go. But other than that, we're adults. We're having an adult conversation. We can agree to disagree. Not only that, I'd be really interested in hearing what people's thought process is about all of this. I don't want to be the only one up here talking about what my thought process is. I want to hear what your thought process is. And it might be different from mine, but that don't make me say I don't like you any less, or I don't have any respect for you, or you can't be on my platform expressing how you feel. We should be adults, and we should be able to agree to disagree. And that's all it be. It's just a disagreement. Now we can't do like the church's chicken lady, that she was going through the drive-through. She had an argument with the lady at the drive-through, and Pum did it, and she's unalived over some chicken, probably. I mean, it's a chicken drive-through, so it had to be over some chicken. We don't want to be doing none of that stuff, right? What is Blue supposed to give her? Blue ain't supposed to give her nothing. If anything, he has his hand out getting from her. So what do you mean? What is Chrisean supposed to be giving him that she hasn't? She's giving him everything. That's probably why she ain't rich, like a lot of people believe that she's not. And you guys are probably right. Cause as long as she keeps Blueface around, she ain't gonna never have nothing. Cause he's gonna keep her down in the dirt, down on her luck. He don't want to see her shine. That boy don't want to see her shine at all. And it's really sad. It really is sad. It is really, really sad. You know what I'm saying? And that's why sometimes people shouldn't get mad at Carlissa. She knows how her son operates. She knows exactly why she makes a joke out of all this stuff. She knows exactly why. Where's the invoices? Because I don't think she understands production costs. Hudson, you said where's the invoices? Because I don't think she understands production costs. Your guess is just as good as mine, boo boo. Your guess is just as good as mine, honey. I can't call it, baby. I can't call it. All I can say is, Lord, like they always say, God looks out for babies and fools, honey. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. Hit the like button. Woo, child. Make sure y'all hit that like button, honey. But let's just hope when she get out, she do the right thing. Let's hope she get out and do the right thing. Good, you got to get your life right. If you knew better, you do better. Blueface ain't giving her nothing. He needs Rock's money to help pay the civil lawsuit because he don't have the that knowledge and of money. Well, honey, I heard that thing's, I told you, it's over 15 million with that interest. And they went just recently back in the court. They're trying to put a lien on his house. Man, that man gonna come out, he gonna be homeless. Chrisean Rock talking about they gonna buy a house on the beach. Where he get money from to buy a house on the beach? Good. Them pipe dreams be something. A house on the beach. She better stop it. You better know it. That man is broke. That's why everything's a jaidyn name. Ooh, child, 2 more hours and I'll be at 24. I'm back on my fast. It is so hard after a refeed, guys, to get back on your fast. You start that first 24. I think when I get to at least 30 hours, I'll be good. Or 35 hours, because then it don't make no sense to break no fast because you didn't went over the 20. Once I get to 24 hours, it don't make no sense to go break it. She said they're gonna buy a house on the beach, but I thought she was getting an island. Yeah, right. LOL. Do production sheets ever do? I mean, you said women. LOL. I do production sheets every day. Y'all ain't right. Ooh, child, I gotta stop yawning. But if I yawn, if let me tell you something, the way if I yawn, that means I might take a nap, and that's good because by the time I wake up, I'll be past definitely past the 24 mark because I'm almost at the 24 mark now, 2 hours. And honey, I'll be on to number day two. I'll be on to day two. Day two. I'll be on to day two. But yeah, I gotta really buckle down here. But yeah, Chrisean, if you don't get out and do the right thing, well, honey, let me tell you something. You need to get out and do the right thing. You got your sister Chastity stealing from you. I want y'all to listen to this, and I know a lot of y'all heard it, but you're going to hear it again. How about that over here? You're going to hear it again. I can't believe that Chastity really. Oh, wait a minute. Tasiki, wait, hold on. Let me see something. I ain't doing all that with that. I know what I'm going to do, though. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me put some pippin in it. Where is what I'm looking for at? Here it is. Now, Chastity, you know you ain't right. You know you ain't doing right. You know you need your whooped. This is sad.
Stuff and put it into a storage and didn't let Chrisean know she had it. I wrote Chrisean in jail and I showed her everything that I sent to her. So Chastity got in my inbox saying, you can send it to me. Chrisean, I'm stable. Chrisean not stable. So, okay, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why I did it, but I sent it. So what I sent her like,
you know what? This is a nice fan or super fan or super supporter. I wish I had me one like that. I think you overdid it, honey, with the sending, Chrisean. I hope you know her in real life, super supporter.
9 cases of diapers. I sent her polo, Ralph Lauren's polo onesies. I sent her Nike onesies. I sent her personalized blankets. I sent her bottle warmers, backpacks, baby packs. I sent her a $400 stroller that you could convert in 3 ways. I bought him $400 worth of gift cards. I tracked the gift cards. She used the gift cards.
See, that was good that she tracked the gift cards. I'm glad she got gift cards, because when I was saying a couple of weeks ago she was stealing um the lawyer money and kept it for herself, um you know, somebody who was trying to grow their platform, I ain't naming no names, and especially when I'm talking about this, what did they ended up doing? Help clean up for Chrisean Rock, Chastity, her sister. Oh, Chastity didn't steal them people's money. Oh, Chastity did steal them people's money. Not only is she stealing them people's money, she's stealing from Chrisean, because that's her place of business. That's how she gets her bag, from her fans and her followers. Because without them, she is not nobody. And that's like that with anyone who has supporters and followers. If you don't have no supporters and followers, you ain't got no followers to have anything to talk about. And for Chrisean, if she's allowing her sister to do it, she's dead wrong. So I'm playing devil's advocate. If she don't know her sister's doing it, she needs to find out about it and nip it in the bud, because it's not a good look.
What else? I bought him personalized blankets, binkies, bibs, everything. I bought Junior. She didn't give Junior none of that stuff. She put it in the storage and hid it from Kashawn. Her and Tifa is trying to scam Kashawn by, making her lose her supporters. Like that time she set up there and she begged those people for attorney money. She kept
This is crazy. Look at all that stuff. Look at all that stuff. Looks like it's one of those pods. Look at, she said, and that's not all of it. Look at all that stuff.
Kashawn know she had.
This is sad. This girl is robbing. She is robbing
Kashawn, I'm
people blind. It's so sad. You are broke, busted, and disgusted, Chastity. And I hope you hear this. You are the epitome to a big sister. This is trash. Y'all using y'all piss me off because y'all are using that, how you were brought up. Y'all are grown. Y'all are not no little kids. So what, you didn't have a mother or a father? Y'all run around here like renegades. I have no respect at all for Chastity. I'm sorry. And I don't care who don't like it. I still think Chrisean gave her the green light. She hasn't spoke out, and the whole family, right? They're bunch of scammers, all of them. I remember that time when the sister. Hold on.
seeing Kashawn.
Let me take this down. I remember that time when the sister, I can't think of her name right now. She ain't that important either. But the one that was having financial problems. Why would you get on to social media telling people about your financial problems if you wasn't trying to beg for cash apps, which you did get? So when I said my opinion, how she was trying to swindle, people were sitting up there saying, I even had a person say, "B, go back and check, because you said all this stuff about Chrisean's older sister, and that wasn't even true. Go back and check," calling me all kind of B's, but obviously not to my face, but they were saying it all in my live. I mean, in my chat. And you could tell it was somebody, I never saw them before, so they must be in my bushes. They can't stand me low key. So they'll listen to me and watch my content, but they won't participate in the chat. And they were trying to like call me all out my name. I had to block them. They were trying to basically say, "Oh, you better retract your statement because that's not true. Chrisean Rock's sister was not what's her name? Tessa, Latessa, whatever that older one's name is. She was having financial difficulties, and Chrisean was going around saying she was going to open up a restaurant, and her sister was supposed to cook because she cooks real good. She was thinking, believe in Chrisean because it never happened. Oh, I can now pay my financial obligations and whatever I owe if she opens this restaurant. Chrisean never opened the restaurant, and then all of a sudden she's having like this meltdown on social media. And you mean to tell me that you didn't think people were gonna drag Chrisean Rock's name if you got up there saying that your sister had promised to open up a restaurant she never opened up yet? You don't think that they weren't gonna try to jump on Chrisean because you said that? You knew exactly what you were doing. You were doing that to get cash apps. A scammer would definitely let their sister what they can get off and they people. But you know what though? I honestly, I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. Let me keep my thoughts to myself because I was about to say something. I'm gonna put it like this. I just hope that Chrisean Rock is not aware of what her sister's doing, but I'm pretty sure she is. Chrisean is not stupid. People play stupid, but I'm quite sure she's aware of what all of her family's doing. And what's so bad is she has no control. That's how out of control the situation is with her family, to the point where I feel like Chrisean, and I don't think she should be doing this if she's doing this. And this is just my opinion. I feel like Chrisean feels like it takes the burden off of her getting swindled when they're doing it to her fans rather than them doing it to Chrisean. Chrisean's like, listen, at least they're not doing it to me, because she's always had issues with money, them begging, them wanting something, and them trying to give her the guilt trip of her not giving it to them. So, sometimes I do get the feeling like Chrisean's like, yeah, I know what my sisters are doing. I know what Chastity's doing, but I'm just glad that they're not bothering me right now. Like Chastity got all the stuff that she needs for the baby. Now I ain't got to worry about her coming over here or trying to befriend me, so making it look like it's my responsibility to help her with her child. The one that was crying. Yeah, the one that she cooks. She's a real good cook. Exactly. She ain't the only one that's from the hood. We know how they get down. Exactly. But yeah, the Malones and China is no better either. Don't leave her out. She's always talking about her family, leaving herself out. Don't leave yourself out, ma'am. Please don't leave yourself out, ma'am. Please don't leave yourself out. She's funny too. China be robbing her supporters, and half her supporters came from Chrisean Rock. That's how she grew her following, was because of Chrisean Rock. Please, these people are thieves. And it's so sad. The mother needs to go into a program and get her kids. Get her kids. Be the matriarch that we know that you could be. Instead of being a slime ball. And Lord forgive me for talking about somebody's mother, but that mother there, to me, I don't see her trying at all, trying to get her family back together. I don't even see her trying to get herself back together, let alone her family and stuff. Because that Malone family's all messed up. Every time you turn around, you even got China pulling stunts. She's another one's always trying to pull stunts. Exactly. She ain't the only one that's. Oh, I'm all reading the same thing. I think it's probably her karma, unfortunately. Yeah, probably so. They always say we'll go around, come around. It's all falls back to the mother. Yep. And that's why, to me, like when Krishan's like, oh, I'm gonna have 12 kids like my mother. Yeah, your mother had 12 kids. She didn't take care of none of y'all. Look at how y'all turned out because of it. And like nobody's perfect. I know I'm not perfect. And I'm not a perfect mother either. And I'll never get the Mother of the Year award. But I think I did a lot better job with my child than you did with all 12 of your kids. You're laying up having kids you can't even afford. The state's paying for them. Or they're out here robbing people, stealing, and all kind of scamming and scheming. acting like renegades because the mother wants to be active and the father wants to be active and be out here in the street. You're putting these pharmaceutical street, um you know what I'm saying, street drugs before your own kids. Where they do that at? And then you wonder why they're all messed up like you. People kill me with that. I tell you, boy. Ain't nothing but a bunch of bums. 12 kids can't take care of none of them. Both of them was incarcerated when the kids were growing up. That's a shame. You getting 3 square meals and a roof over your head while your children are fending for themselves where their next meal's coming from. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. That's why the mother's not having no good luck now. She's homeless and all kind of stuff going on with her. She's not trying to help herself. If you got 12 kids, you shouldn't be homeless. You should be able to stay with one of your kids. I know she was staying with Chrisean Rock in California. She didn't want to stay. How the nerve of you not wanting to stay in California because you wanted to be back in a state where you could cut a rug and run up and down the road because you know everybody from Baltimore and ruin your life more than it's already been ruined. I don't get that. Sean has a rap sheet full of break-ins and robberies before even reaching LA. I hope she wants to change, but she never expressed a desire to do better. Well, we will just have to see when she gets out. I'm gonna predict that there are gonna be some fallouts with people that have gotten close to her, trying to grow their channels that been helping. I don't even think that Chrisean Rock's been even asking for their help. Do cleanup, and I know that eventually it's gonna be a fallout. It's a lot of stuff that I'm predicting that's gonna happen before Chrisean changes into this butterfly. There's gonna be a lot of mayhem, and I really feel like Blueface wants to show everybody that Chrisean isn't what her fans and supporters think that she is. Blueface, every chance he gets, I feel like Blueface is always trying to sabotage that girl. Has she been extradited yet? No, she's still at the California jail, sweetie. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button. Her mother has a bunch of grown grandchildren too, and a husband. Why is she on the street? Exactly. I don't get it. I don't get it. That just goes to show how messed up that family is. Your family is too big. There's too many of you guys. What was the purpose of laying up having all that many kids if you can't now utilize them to help lift you up? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Now you can't help them lift you up. They can't lift you up. They can't lift you up because they never were taught how to lift themselves up. Just like if you ain't never been taught to love, you don't know how to love yourself to love nobody else. Do he call her out on the BS or try to? Nat Brooks, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I agree with you. You said he has 6 months of content. He's going to show those surveillance cameras. I don't know. Do he call her out on her BS or try to sabotage? He calls her out on her BS to a certain extent, but he also tries to sabotage her. But how can a sabotager of his own life have the nerve to sabotage somebody else's? His life ain't all that great neither. We're talking about somebody that don't have 15 million, let alone pay 15 million to a debt. He's gonna be forever owing that debt, and two, he's not here anymore. He's another crash dummy. My mother is one of 12. My grandmother did not even allow them to argue that alone fight, let alone fight. She said, y'all are going to love each other. That's right. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what? St. Hudson, you know what I mean now when I said matriarch. She's the matriarch. Your grandmother's a matriarch of the family. Chrisean Rock's mother is not the matriarch of the family. Period. There's nothing about her a matriarch. She made that whole family messed up. And they kill me how they defend her. There's nothing to defend. She needs to go into a program and stay in there for a long time and get her mind right. Because she messed them kids up bad. And I don't care who don't like it. Some people might say, you shouldn't be talking about nobody's mother. Oh, well, I'm talking about her. And don't care who don't like it.